So in this next video, I'm going to add now a glass door uh, and into this storefront, into a storefront that's going to go right here. And you'll see right here, here's the community room. And this community room has to be able to be accessed in the evenings when the rest of the building is shut down, when the rest of the bank is shut down. So we're going to put a door right here, and there's a column right here. So extending that curtain wall, that storefront didn't make visually a whole lot of sense. And this will break up the facade a little bit anyway. And so we're going to put a door right in here. And I'll show you using a storefront system to do that. So let's go. Let's go back to the first floor. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is our storefront, well, I really don't need to go back to the first floor. Our storefront right here is this one right here, A07 storefront 3232. And so what I'm going to do is just duplicate that. So now we have a duplicate of it. And then I'm going to change this, and I'm going to make it 36 inches wide. And the reason is, oops. Okay. The reason is because, let's go back here, is that door, okay, since this is an egress door, it has to be 36 inches wide for egress purposes, as well as it has to be 36 inches wide for ADA access, for wheelchairs and stuff like that. So it's going to have to be a wider condition. So I'm going to create this storefront right here, 36. Okay, and you'll notice I didn't call it 36 by 36. And the reason is I'm going to open the type properties. And on the horizontal grids, I want to be able to control those and not put them on a particular dimension. And you'll see why in just a minute. The width, I'm going to set to 36 inches or 3 feet. Okay. And once again, everything else is the same. Same mullions will be used and so forth. And so I'm just going to say OK to that. So now we need to place that door in here. So we're going to go in, or actually it's a storefront. And we're going to go and select. If we scroll down, we should see our A07 36 storefront right there. And so we're going to come in here about a foot off of that wall, and then 3 foot in length. And now we have that door. Okay. Let's go back to the edit type. Make sure this is set to none. Okay. This is set to a fixed distance. Our mullions are the same. I'm going to apply that and say OK. For some reason, there we go. For some reason, my mullions weren't showing up. I probably forgot to apply it earlier. And so now if I go to the west elevation, we're going to see this big long panel. Okay. And of course, what I don't want a door that tall, but I do want a door in the same proportion as this right here. Right. So let's go in, and we're going to put a grid line. So I'm going to go into architecture, and we're going to put a grid line then at 32 inches right there. So I'm going to go over here. You can see there's 29, 32 is 2 foot 8 inches. Let's go in a little bit more. There we go. And so now I've got a grid that's going to tie, even though this window, though it doesn't look it, is a little larger. It should be 36 inches. Now we want to place a door in here. And to place the door in here, first of all, the door is not going to have a mullion down here at the bottom. It'll have a threshold, but not a mullion. So I'm going to select that mullion. I'm going to uncheck it, okay? And that allows me then to delete it, okay? So now we have it undeleted, or we have it deleted. And the next thing I'm going to do is select that panel, okay? I'm going to go tab. Let's go tab. I think, nope, that's not it. There it is, okay? And so I'm going to change this panel out from just a glazed panel to a door panel. And to do that, I have to uncheck it so that it won't be pinned or locked. And then you'll see that this turned from gray. Okay, so if you have this and it's grayed out, that means it's pinned, and so you can't change it. But as soon as I unpin it, I can. And so I'm going to go in, I'm going to scroll down and look at, I've got a curtain wall single glass door that's here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. And you'll notice it changed it automatically. Now, where did I get that from? Okay, so I've got a glass door in here now. And where did I get that from? Well, if it's not in your drawing, it should be in your drawing, this one, but if it's in, you open up another drawing and it hasn't already been added, you need to know where it's going to come from. And so if we go back into Insert and load families, and once again, it's just a family. Okay, and if we look at curtain wall panels, okay, whoops, no, not curtain wall panels. Is it under doors? Yeah, it's under doors. You can see right here, door, curtain wall, double storefront, a door, curtain wall, double glass, okay, single glass, and that's the one we used right there. So all I did was load that in, and then it makes it the width of whatever the panel is, okay. So I'll just cancel out of that because I've already got that loaded. And then let's go back to the first floor and we'll see here's our door, okay. And now it shows a door swing, and I'm going to click on the flip because I'd like it to open the other way. Now it has to open outwards for code reasons, right? For egress purposes. So I can't flip it and open it to the interior. I've got to open it to the outwards. I can check. It's pretty much equal on both sides here. Offset. Let's look at the elevation. Looks okay to me. So I'm just going to accept that. And now we have my door in. The next thing I'm going to do is then use that same storefront to add the next two windows, sets of windows that are going to be up here. Okay. And since I want them to match, I'm going to go back now and duplicate the storefront one more time. Okay. Because if I change it, and then I'm going to make this, okay, 36 by 32. Okay, so that the horizontals will be 32 inches and the verticals and the verticals will be 36. Okay, so they'll match the door here. And so I'm going to come in here and edit this. So let's type properties. And you'll see this is set to none. So I'm going to go back here and set this to a fixed distance. And instead of 32 inches, we're going to say, yeah, 32 inches is right. I want this at 3 feet. This at 32. And that looks pretty good right there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is go up to my second floor. And so I'm going to go or there's a couple of different ways I could do that. I could copy it up and then change it, but let's just go into second floor. Okay, so I'm going to go into my second floor, finished floor, okay, and zoom down, and you'll see it's got overlay turned on, and so I can see that door right there as an overlay. Okay. Where is that? Well, that's right here or underlay in this case. Okay, it's what's underneath it. And you can see it looks down level 1, and the underlay orientation is looking down, and then the range is from 1 to 2. So I'm seeing what is below there. And so let's go in, and we'll just go to architecture. We'll go to walls again. We're going to use the storefront again, but this time we're going to use our 3632. Okay, and we're just going to snap to the same location as the other one, and we should be lined up with it. Okay, we can check real quick and see. Okay, our heights aren't right. It's too many panels. So this needs to be up 32 inches. So let's select that panel, and we can see Okay, justification beginning, da 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 da. This should be up 32 inches. Okay, uh, and this should be lined up with that. Okay, now we can just copy this. So I'm just going to go copy. Okay, and let's make sure we got it. Okay, tab, 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 select. Okay, we're going to copy. Probably the easiest way to do this is not copy it here because I can't move it vertically. So I'm going to select it again and use the copy to clipboard. Okay, and then I'm going to go into this the third level. So let's open the third level, and we'll zoom in here. That's the third level here. Okay, and I'm just going. You can see all my windows, and it should go right here, right? So I'm going to paste and align to current view. Okay, so I'm just going to paste and align to current view. So it should paste it in the same location. Once again, I can go back to the west and look, and sure enough, now we have all of our windows in. Okay, in the next video, we're going to add a conventional type of window rather than a storefront.